Okay, so once you're in After Effects, you're going to press New Composition. Name it whatever you want. Tutorial, I'm just going to name it 1920. Well, it says 3, I don't know why, but 1080. 1920 by 1080. Frame rate 30. I'm going to keep my duration 30 seconds because it's just a tutorial. If you're making a montage, you're going to probably want to make it 2 minutes or 1 minute 30 seconds. Press OK. Now whatever song, so I'm going to use Self-Isolation. You're just going to drag it in into wherever you want it to start. So obviously it's too long right now, so I'm going to just drag that. See how it is now. So I'm going to find where the beat drop is. What the? Okay. So this is obviously the beat drop. So yeah, it's definitely the beat drop. So this still is pretty much too long. Like that's 21 seconds of a clip. So we're still going to drag that. Okay. And that's 16. Make it a little shorter. Okay, there. That's good. So now, that's good now. So then, I already pre-recorded my cinematics, so you just need to record your cinematics. So I'm just gonna drag them in there. I do record on PlayStation, but like I'm recording here right now. Like I don't play Fortnite on this, so they're 29.97 frames in 720p. So you're gonna find which clip you want. So this is gonna be my clip, and you're just gonna want to sync it up. So if your clip is smaller than 1080, like the quality, then it's gonna be shorter, and if it's bigger than 1080, you're gonna have to fill it in. So just scale it to make it fit. Okay. And now just go back. See where the shotgun. Okay, that's good. So then I'm just gonna cut this. So now take out the audio, you're gonna add your own audio. So now it's synced. What you're gonna want to do with the clip first is you might want it to fade in. So to make it fade in, it's pretty simple. Turn opacity, that's a 0. And bring it to wherever you want it to fade in. I want it to fade in around the 2, and then just bring it up. So now, like that. So now we need to add our cinematics in. So we're just gonna go back to the waveforms. And then, so this is 1. So we might want it. So I feel like my cinematic is going to be here, and it's going to end there. So I'll put a beat here. And then I want them to see him jump off, so we'll probably just shorten the clip right now, so then they can see the character jump off. And a little less. Yeah, so now you can see him jump off. So when he jumps off, right here, split this, and then right there. And we're just going to take that out. So now your cinematics are full. So then there's, and then just like that. So now it goes like this. So now it looks like that. That's good. So now there's just a little space, and that's where you're going to want to add your cinematics. To the cinematic, and new column from selection. So then this is where you could like change how long it is. So see, this is just a bunch of me trying to get my stuff done. So I don't want the whole clip to be in here. So I'm gonna want it to start right where it starts moving. So right there. I'm gonna do that, and then right here is where I want it to stop. Control E. And then just bring this over, and this over, and then trim contour here. So now it looks like this. So that's it so far. So you're gonna go over here, bring this in, and then bring it to like this here, and scale it. Okay. So now that you're done that, Control-Alt-T, which is enabling timing map, and then just keep it there. So now it speeds it up. So now when you enable control, when time mapping, if it's too long, like if before it was very, very slow, but when you drag this to where you want the keyframes to be, so now it will end right where that beat drop is. So now it's better now. It's way better now. And then we're just gonna, because now it's gonna do that. Okay. That is way better. So you also will go down to your keyframes. What the? Undo. Okay, so you're gonna F9. That was just gonna ease them. Go into your graph editor. And then it might look like that, but just go to edit value graph. And now it's gonna look like this. So click on this. Just bring this up. Bring this down. Now it's gonna go. So it just makes it look better. So it slows and then fast into like it just looks nice. So now it just doesn't have like that boring cut. So now you're done one cinematic. Well, at least using the timing mapping and everything. And you're gonna go into your next cinematic, which is this for me. And well, I didn't even need to make a new composition, it's already done. Okay, so that's my whole cinematic. So I'm just gonna bring it, drag it in here. And then where this happens, we're gonna scale this. This ends. Control-T. Remove this. So now look at this. And that's like. And then. So now that we've like made it faster, F9 again, graph editor, and just do the same thing. So now, like that, and that. So now, it looks like this. So we're not done with the cinematics yet. What we're gonna want to do, we're gonna want to add black bars. It makes it look so much nicer. So search on motion tile and effects and presets. And output height 77. So now it just has like that black bar. You can tweak with the settings and everything, but I like 77 the most. Or if you wanted to, you could get like a PNG file of black bars. But I like to like have it personalized. Grab motion tile again, grab it onto this, and then 77. So now cinematics into this. So it's looking sort of plain. There's not any sound. There's no sound. So what you're gonna want to get is your sound effects. I'll link them down below. Just sound effects, and then which one? So this is the whoosh. So it sounds like this, like that. So go into your waveforms, and then by the way, I did get these wishes from Joshy TV's tutorial if you want to go check him out. He does make DaVinci Resolve tutorials, but he edits on After Effects sometimes. So you're gonna want to add it for both. Like, that's what I like to do. I like to add the wish for both. So I'll just go here, add another one, and just do the same thing with the other cinematic. So. Okay, so now that we're done with those wishes, we have now this. So now we want to add a shotgun sound effect. So I'll link this down too. So go pump. And you're always going to want to save it before it crashes. So Control-Shift-S. And then we'll just name it tutorial. And then where your character shoots, you're going to wait for him. And you're going to bring this here. So now it has like that pump sound. So now it's not playing. And then you're gonna have one more cinematic, which is like the kill, like the cinematic of the people that are like dead, sort of. If I can find, yeah. So here's my last cinematic. So at the end of this, I'm gonna drag that. Oh, I just highlighted all of them. Bring this back. What the heck am I doing? Keep highlighting them. So then you're gonna bring this back. Scale it, for me at least. And then this here. And I still want to sync it up. So the last. I don't know if there's much on here. Control T. And then bring that over here. So now highlight F9. Same thing. So now. So that's it. Now it will freeze. So you're just gonna cut the rest out. Okay, so now your montage looks a bit like this. So now we still have to add the motion tile, the black bars to this, because it just makes it look nicer. And then you're going to want to add a whoosh for a kill. Okay, so I also got this whoosh from Joshy TV. Again, these are my favorite wishes to use for cinematic montages. So go back to your waveform and just right there. And then you're going to want to also add another whoosh for this cinematic. So I can just go to my project, whoosh 1, and then waveforms. So now there's one more cinematic that I'm gonna put. You don't need to, but this is just what I'll do. So I've added my last cinematic, and then I'm just gonna drag it in. So and then wherever your beat drop is. So So this is where I feel like I'll see if it's too long. So this is my cinematic. Oh, cut it there. Let me just scale it. Just go here. And then over here. So it might be too long. So you could always shorten it. So now, listen to this. So then it stays still. So we're gonna want to cut that out. So now F9, graph editor, same thing. Drag it up, down. Now it has. So now the cinematics look way better. They have black bars. It's sort of synced. So this is what you have. And we also need to add motion tile to this. So now it's black wires. And we also want to add that whoosh again. So that's all we have. Now, if you wanted to, you can add a zoom in transition to any of these. I'll teach you my way of doing this. So it's pretty quick. You just search up S blur mode curves. Now you probably could use transform. It's just not going to be as smooth. So add it onto anything you want. So any clip. So I'll add it onto this so it can go. So we'll go. So we're going to want to zoom in here. So back to its normal. We'll keyframe the Z this here. And right when we get to this, put this zoom in there. So now it looks like that. But then what also I like to do is now I'm right here. Let me just zoom in. You can put it as blur mode curves, and then you can, what's this thing called? Yeah, you do reflect. Just zoom out. Now I know it looks weird, so keyframe that, and then 1. So now go to that. So if you want, you could do the zoom. There's like more zoom in tutorials out there that you don't need Sapphire, and you could just use like simple transform. But this is like the way that I do my zooms. And then you're gonna want to render it. So I'll show you my render settings when it's 1080. So I'm gonna drag this to this. From come to work area. So now it just like trims it, and then your whole montage is like safe. Okay, so I render with Adobe Media Encoder. I don't render with After Effects. So if you don't have Media Encoder, I don't know if it's similar. It might be, but I've never really rendered with After Effects. So I don't really change anything about my render settings, other than forget about that 1080 export settings. and then I'll just use maximum render quality. I don't really know much about rendering. I'm not the best with it. But I just change it to use maximum render quality, and then I just render it. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. After it's finished rendering, you just put it into YouTube, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I don't really make a lot of tutorials, so you know, I'm not the best at explaining, but I hope this helped. And see you in the next montage or video. Who knows, maybe I'll make more tutorials. Bye.